I've been making some videos about this bass guitar bridge that I've been building for my Apuron basses, and I've made a top mount version, making them available for sale for some people. But besides some like sort of dummy basses I made, I wanted to make a real bass for one of these bridges, and so I did that right here out of some pallet wood, and I'm going to show you how right now, and then we'll talk a little more about the bridge and have a listen at the end. I'm plugged in already, ready to go.
1 2 3 4.
Check this out. Have a listen. Hear that buzz? Now it's gone. Now it's back. These are short scale strings, and you can see, maybe you can see, I might have to go handheld. You can see how the E and the A string of these short scale strings start to taper on the left as they go around the post, and you can, it's really hard to focus because it's so small, but the taper is falling right on the 0 fret on the A string when I'm tuned to A. If I tune it to B, it goes across the line and that buzz disappears. I felt like the spacing here was pretty reasonable, you know, like I don't think it's like too far away or anything, and I really want to use short scale strings on this bass, so I could just like remove this and move it up a little bit, but then you're going to see some of the damage underneath it and stuff. But I had another idea for a modification to this tailpiece design, so I feel like this is an excuse to try it. So I designed some new tailpiece parts and had them cut by cutsend.com. They all looked pretty good, like everything does that comes from there. And the way I designed them required me to bust out my new fiber laser welder from X Laser Lab that we talked about in the last video that I got. Full disclosure, they gave it to me, and I'm trying it out. So I thought that I would try hooking up the spool to it this time. Just a little update on this wire feeder. Since I want to use this laser welder primarily for aluminum, I went and I bought some like aluminum spool wire. And I know this stuff, like if I were working with steel, it would probably be a little easier, but I've been like, just like having a heck of a time trying to get this dialed in right. Partly because like the numbers on these wheels don't make sense, a little bit of like translation issues maybe, and just getting this to run smoothly. So, and also like the spool wouldn't fit on this spindle, and it requires like some kind of larger spool or something, so I had to make this little thing. So it's been a little annoying, and I think I'm going to actually just give up on it for now and just go back to just melting without the fill. But I wanted to try it since I had it, and so far not happy with that, but we'll deal with this another time. Maybe get back to work. Since I was losing patience a little bit messing around with that spool, I decided not to mess around with it that day and just do something that wasn't going to make me lose my patience, and that is stick 2 pieces of aluminum together with this laser welder, which worked perfectly like it did before. Super easy. I can't believe how fast it is. So still a positive review for me from this tool, but I got to figure out that spool. I kind of blew it out a little bit. But other than that, looks pretty good, and I think that's going to happen until as I get better, obviously it'll happen less. But that was why I wanted to try to mess around with filler, and I still haven't quite gotten that thing working yet. So, well, here's my first try. Let's put it on a base and see what happens. You remember what started this whole adventure was that A string not quite clearing the 0 fret, and the way this bridge is designed to use the same holes, but just push the bridge a tiny bit further. Just that 0.5 millimeter it needed to be to solve that problem. See, my thought with this bridge is that we can go over or under. I have some ideas to improve on this, and I am a little concerned with using it in the over category, that it might warp a little bit, but from under, the way the pressures are, I think it'll be fine even as it is. But I have some ideas to improve upon it. I love making instruments out of pallet wood. I love making short scale basses. Needless to say, I loved making this, and this is for sale over at newperspectivemusic.com if you want to check it out there. And there's a link to another audio demo with a little more information about the sound and stuff of that bass there. And as for these bridges, I definitely like this version better than the original version. I think this version looks better, but I want to have good downward pressure, and I'm not sure if continuing this method I could, although this would look really cool if you recessed it into the wood a little bit or something. So there's all sorts of things like that that make me sort of like this design a little better, but I think this one's more versatile because you could go over or under with it. And I think I'm going to maybe tweak the design a little bit, see if I can make it look a little better and a little less utilitarian. So in the meantime, I have some of these bass bridges listed for sale over at newperspectivemusic.com, and you can get them there. Some of them are listed, like this one, are string throughs, so they come with this back plate, and then some of them are listed with top mount system. And the top mount systems, what I'm going to do is put both in for now. So there'll be both styles. Choose the one that works best for you. And until I, figure out some more. Who knows? Maybe I'll never figure it out. That's what I do. I just keep changing and trying new stuff. And I'm glad you're here with me. All right, be good. Have a great New Year too, and holiday season and all that stuff, because I think that's around the time I'm posting this. All right, be good.